It's week 8 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Broncos and the Dolphins on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Defensively here, we're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Third down, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They get this out wide to Gaskin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Now the ball comes loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Jalen Phillips, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater under pressure, and they got to him again. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
2nd and 20. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Forced out to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 28 yards.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Five yards from the end zone, first and goal. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Gaskin again. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
I feel you, dog. I feel you.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
The kick by Sanders is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
So now here come the Dolphins. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Hamler now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Justin Simmons on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He's going to keep this again. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
He's got it at the 40-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run now with Gaskin. The score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Broncos and Courtland Sutton heading back out there.
You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's fourth down.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45.
Off the option, here's Gaskin.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now Courtland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Bridgewater. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
Well, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 4. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They'll look to throw again. On the right side, open is Gesicki. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a Myles Gaskin touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos and Courtland Sutton heading back out there. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free. Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. Throwing is Bridgewater.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Robinson's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Gaskin. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Sam Darnold leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And this tells the story right here. As a unit, negative yards passing through 2 quarters of play. That is something you almost never see. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They'll look to throw here. There's Robinson showing the flash. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw.
They get this out wide to Gaskin.
And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So that'll back him up 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. He's going to try and take off with it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Jason Sanders with a Dolphin field goal of 41 yards.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add onto their lead.
Got 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Robinson, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
56, Mike, 56 right there.
Off the option, here's Gaskin. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try the option on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Jason Sanders on the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Hamler now to return it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. From the 35 on second down, Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Bridgewater to throw it. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Denver has the first down, to play going for 15 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Broncos on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hamler now to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And Denver getting set to take the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
Bridgewater on first down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. Oh, Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They hand it off to Mostert, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays, and a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hamler now to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Denver's offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 2nd and 10. Bridgewater gives to Williams here on the draw. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Broncos on 3rd down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. Denver's offense now set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the 36, Bridgewater got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And out come the Dolphins now. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can